Greetings, fellow grammarians. Today I'd like to talk about one of the many ways in which I classify and categorize noun complements. This is just one of many ways. If you've seen my videos, you know I do it in many different ways, and you can choose the method that you like the best. So here I have the 6 base forms in green, and I have applications noted with purple numbers. So there are 6 base forms in this classification method, but there are 11 applications. So let's talk about that. A base form. A base form is a word or group of words that is a grammatical structure that functions as a noun complement. There are 6 base forms in my system. Prepositional phrase, infinitive, noun clause, distinction phrase or distinction clause. You would probably call this a relative clause. That's a crappy term and I don't use it. Noun and adjective. Now for the application, an application is a unique, that is specific, form or occurrence of a noun complement base form. A base form can have more than one application. So let's talk about that, and let's look at examples of each. The prepositional phrase can be a noun complement. In this video, you'll see the green bar is the subject side of the sentence, and the purple bar is the predicate side. So here we see on the predicate side, we have a prepositional phrase of potatoes. This prepositional phrase is also a noun complement. It is a noun complement complementing the noun bushel. Okay, that's pretty simple. Here's the infinitive as a base form. On the subject side of the sentence, you see we have an infinitive, to live. And that is functioning as a noun complement. It's complementing the noun will. All right? The next one is the noun clause as a noun complement. So here you see on the subject side of the sentence, the noun clause, that he is truthful. This noun clause is a noun complement. It is complementing the noun notion. Okay, that's pretty simple. These are easy ones here. Then we move to the distinction phrase or distinction clause. And once again, I remind you that you would probably call this a relative clause and a relative clause. But that's a crappy term and I don't use it and I don't want you to use it. So here on the subject side of the sentence, we have our distinction phrase. That is blue. In other words, the book that is blue. So your distinction phrase is acting as a noun complement and it's complementing the noun book. Okay? Now here's a distinction clause. That she likes the most is a distinction clause. Now we say clause here because in the distinction clause, you see you have your subject, she, and the verb likes. But in the distinction phrase, you have no subject, only the verb is. So I call this a phrase and this a clause. But in either case, you have the distinction clause functioning as a noun complement, and it's complementing the noun wine. So you see the difference, but they're still acting as noun complements, the distinction phrase and the distinction clause. Now the noun can be a noun complement. And you see that even though this is a base form, there are more than one applications for this base form, okay? So here we have the application that reads common noun complements common noun. So here in the predicate side of the sentence, we have the noun tree. And that is a noun complement because it's complementing the noun house. Okay? You see the noun tree complementing the noun house. Okay, the next application is common noun complements proper noun. So here in the predicate side, we see a noun, disaster. And that's a noun complement, and it's complementing Memphis. All right? A proper noun, common noun complements proper noun. And up here we saw here a common noun complements common noun. Okay, another application is proper noun complements common noun. So on the subject side of the sentence, we see the noun Jenny. It's a proper noun, and it's complementing a common noun, sister. Now, in some of my other videos, I classify these as name complements, and you can see my videos for that. But today I'm just doing this particular classification. We're sticking with this one here, okay? Now here we have another application. Proper noun complements proper noun. So on the subject side of the sentence, we have a noun Lynn, and it's a noun complement, and is complementing the noun Jenny, the proper noun Jenny. All right. Then the next application would be, excuse me, mutable noun complements proper noun, and this is cataphoric because it's complementing in the forward direction. All right. So we see here we have the noun president, and it's complementing the proper noun Truman, but it's complementing in the forward direction. See, it's going that way. Now, here's another application. Mutable noun complements proper noun, and this one's anaphoric because it's complementing backwards. So you see the noun president, which is our noun complement, and it's complementing the proper noun Truman. Right? Now, when you look at this and you remember my other videos and my other ways of classification, you can see that this application actually could be included in application number 8, proper noun complements proper noun, or you see that this application could be included in application number 6, common noun complements proper noun. But for now, we're going to keep this and use this as a dedicated application. And the reason being is because in the English language here in America, the mutable nouns are used quite frequently. They're prevalent. They're used a lot. So I kept this dedicated category. All right. Now here's the adjective as a base form, but the adjective has 2 applications, but here it looks like there's 3 because I divided this one into cataphoric and anaphoric. But basically, you have this application which reads adjective complements common noun, and that's cataphoric because the adjective complements in the forward direction. So you see the adjective blue, it's our noun complement, and it's complementing the word book. Okay? Now here the adjective complements a common noun, but the direction is anaphoric, right? It complements backwards. So here you see on our predicate side of the sentence, you see an adjective, and it's deceased, and it's a noun complement because it's complementing the word relatives. You see that there? It's complementing backwards in the backward direction, whereas this one here complemented in the forward direction. Okay, another application under adjective would be adjective complements proper noun. So you see in the predicate side of the sentence, you have an adjective humid. And humid is a complement, and it's complementing the proper noun July. All right? So then we just went over this classification using the 6 base forms, but you see that you had actually 11 applications in all. And you also saw that some of these could be split into cataphoric and anaphoric. Okay, I showed that clearly. Now, if you want to classify these and not use the dedicated application mutable noun, all right, you got rid of this one, you would have this. You would have only 10 applications. You see, because we removed an application here, you'd have only 10, whereas here you have 11. You include the mutable noun, complements proper noun, but if you exclude this application, then you would have only 10 applications. So I'm showing you actually two different ways to classify and categorize the noun complements. And that's about it for now. I know I talk ad nauseum on noun complements, but noun complements are just all over the place. And a long time ago in my videos, I tried to explain to people that noun complements are so prevalent, they're everywhere, and people, I don't think they ever really even noticed, because I'm the only one that I can find on the internet who really goes deep into this subject and explains it. But they're just about everywhere. So I thank you for being incredibly patient, and I hope this helped you understand the noun complement better. Thank you, and good night.